Okay, so we're going to show you a quick overview of how to wire up the matrix capper. Basically, it's only 5 wires to hook up. Let's go ahead and get started. Each wire is going to be labeled. So what you want to do is just, when you're done unpacking it, grab one of the wires here and we're just going to read. We're looking for the X-axis wire. So you can see that one there says X-axis. And then if I go over to this over here, you can see it says X-axis. I'm just going to go ahead and make sure the power's off and the cabinet's unplugged, and go ahead and screw this guy in. Then the next one says Y-axis, so we're going to go ahead and find the Y-axis number. The Y-axis is basically the motor back here. That's your Y-axis motor. So you want to go ahead and find that wire. Y-axis, Y-axis. Go ahead and just screw that one in. Again, make sure your cabinet is completely off and unplugged. Next, we're going to work on our limit switches. So I'm going to go back over to the X-axis side, which is on this motor here. I'm going to go ahead and find its next wire, and that one says X limit. I'm just going to go ahead and screw that one in. And next we're going to go to the Y side again. And I'm going to go ahead and find our last gray cable here. And that guy says Y limit. And I'm going to go ahead and screw it in. Now we are on to our last cable already. So it's usually going to be a black cable, and it's going to be labeled as nozzle down, as you see right there. And you can see this guy's going to say nozzle down. Go ahead and just plug it in here. Okay, so the wiring of the Matrix Capper version 2 is all said and done. I'm just going to go ahead and set this off to the side. And then what we're going to do is work on the control panel. That's going to be this guy right here. What you're going to want to do is go ahead and plug it in to 110 power with a plug. It's just going to plug in right back here. Go ahead and plug it in. And then what you're going to want to do is there's an Ethernet cord on the back of the cabinet. You want to go ahead and take its lead and just plug it into the Ethernet cord. So once you're all plugged in, go ahead and also get your keyboard and mouse. So I got my keyboard, got my mouse, make sure those guys are on. We always put fresh batteries in when we ship them out. Then what we're going to do is just turn on here real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and just put key on. And that's green light's going to come on up here. Then what I'm going to do is also on the back of the user interface, you have this button here. I'm just going to hold it down, and you're going to see lights come on over here. And if the lights are on, everything should be good. You'll see it's going to boot up. And boot up takes a little second. Always turn on the cabinet before you turn on the control screen. That way everything connects real nicely. When you are booting up, the user interface will boot up right away. If it does say looking for network connection or something like that, just give it a second here. Basically, that's just everything connecting in. And if you're impatient or anything, you can click the reload button. So I can use my mouse. Go ahead and just click reload. And then if you get this, you must select the serial port up here. Just go ahead and click OK. That's basically just saying everything's trying to connect. Now we're in our user interface. It booted up. I could go ahead and click this home button, and you could see everything starting to move. What I usually like to do is I'll push our limit switch up here with my fingers when I first boot it up to make sure my limits are good without messing up the machine. If your limits are good, go ahead and just click home again. And now everything is going to get in position. Once everything does go home, you could go ahead and just go over to your user interface, go ahead and click the open button, and we usually save a demo program for you. You could go ahead and click open on that. Make sure you don't have any trays in or anything, and you could click cycle start and actually see the machine start to move. So if you look at the machine, it's using a demo program and working. That's basically how you wire up your machine, and you're ready to go in less than 6 minutes. Thank you and have a great day.